Good morning, I'm Maria from the Richton's Homeschool Life. Today's Tuesday, so here I am with another vlog. I thought this week I'll let you know what curriculum we're going to follow. Well, it's not an actual curriculum. It's not like one you'd buy, a package curriculum or one that the school's following, anything like that. It's one we've devised ourselves, partly down to what Sian's interested in and partly down to just other things to test and try her with. And we've been through it together. I've shown her what I'd briefly done. I sort of penciled it in and we talked through it, and she's quite happy with it. There's only one that we did alter. We were going to put food tech in and see if we could go back to doing some cooking, but she wasn't super keen on that. And so I said, well, we'll leave that as something that floats. You know, from time to time, maybe we'll do something that involves a bit of cooking, or, you know, or like when we go in the garden, we can sort of talk about it and involve it then. There's ways of doing things and we'll see how it all evolves anyway. So I've written it down. I've got it in front of me. I've got the wrong glasses on today. I've set myself up down the bottom here and realised I've left my reading glasses all the way up in the other room. I thought, oh, I've got myself all wired up to the mic and everything. I thought, I'm not undoing it all and, you know, I have to reset back up again now. So I'll manage the best I can with my long range glasses. So I sort of put the notes there. So if you see me going like this, that's why I'm reading it from a distance. I can do it then. So yeah, anyway, what we're planning to do for this coming school year, now Sian will be in what is known as year 9 in the UK. I mean, I don't know in America whether that's like an equivalent to a 9. Do you do like a grades, something like that? I'm not sure if it's equivalent to a 9 there, but she is in year 9 in the UK, and it'll be we'll be entering our 3rd year of homeschooling, because as most of you know, she went to primary school and we started homeschooling for the secondary school. So we've been following all the Key Stage 3 books, quite a lot of them. We have deviated and done bits of things ourselves and done things, you know, when you get special seasons and things like that, and we've enjoyed doing them. Like with the Key Stage 3 books, they're great books to get. I don't know if I would follow them again now. Sometimes I say yes I would, sometimes I say no I wouldn't. But they were great books to get. They're great to guide you along, and especially if you're not sure whether your child will want to go back in school. Like with us, we didn't know if Sian would want to go back into school, you know, because she'd done all her primary years and she'd had enough of that anyway. She was adamant she wanted to be homeschooled, but you're never quite sure, because she could do a couple of months, a year or so, and might turn around and say, I want to go back to school. So I felt it was good for that, to keep her hand in, because obviously the schools are following the Key Stage 3 curriculum. So by following the books with the lessons they're learning, it would be easier to integrate her back into school if that's what she'd wanted. But it's not looking like that's what she wants anyway. And those books are about done. As I said the end of last term, that they're nearly finished now. There's only like a few weeks left in each one. I was hoping they'd be finished by the end of term, but they would definitely be done before Christmas. So we'll finish doing them anyway. And these are the lessons now that we're going to be doing, or going to start doing, from September when school resumes, because Sian's on, like, she's following school holidays at the moment. So from September, when year 9 starts, this is what we're hoping to be doing. So every day, as you know, we do 10 minutes of maths. Sian's not brilliant at maths. She can't grasp Key Stage 3 maths, but I feel it's important, as long as she can add up and take away and do her times tables. You know, all the things you need if you've got to think of something in the shop quick and add the figures in your head, trying to get it to come into her head. That's the most important thing for me. I mean, it's all right writing on paper, but I'd like to sort of see the figures in her head and be able to do it like that. So I think the more we can do that, the more it goes in there and stays there. And that's the most important thing to me, that she can survive in life later on with the basic math skills, because that's all anybody needs really. I mean, everything you start with in life is from basic, isn't it? You can build from basic wherever you're going, but it's important to me that she does keep doing those 10 minutes of maths. And this is what I tell her. So she has got 2 of the blue maths books left, and I'm not sure if there's enough. I can't remember. I did count now, about 40 pages or something like that was in. But anyway, there'll be enough for her to get on with if she does like one book for 2 days and another book for 2 days. That will keep her going easily well beyond Christmas, maybe into Easter. And then on the Fridays then, what I'm hoping to do is download some Twinkle sheets for her, just basic maths. I've already got quite a few times tables done. They had a run of them and for free, and it was really good. There were 6 pages and there's quite a lot of them on each page, so I downloaded and printed them off, so I've got them ready for the first 6 weeks anyway, so that's good. And then we'll see what else I've got from there. So yeah, so we're going to carry on with the blue maths books, and we're going to be doing them for the 4 days, and then we're going to download some Twinkle sheets on the Friday. So she gets a 10 minutes in. Also, what I am going to do before we start each morning, I'm going to do some Bible reading. Now, you know, we already do the archaeology of the Bible on a Mondays, but I thought I just want to read a scripture or 2 every morning to set the day up. I just think it'd be nice to do that, and I think it's an important thing to do, really. So each morning we're just going to have a couple of scriptures. I'll probably read them to her. We might have a quick discussion of them if, you know, there's something there to discuss. And we're going to do that each morning. That's before we start. Then we're going to do the 10 minutes of maths. Again, English. English is something that we've been doing every day. So we'll carry on doing that every day. Now, I try and vary it. We were doing the grammar and punctuation and spelling one. We try and vary it each day, so we're doing different English. So it's not the same thing every day. So what I've decided on, one day we're going to do some short story writing, because I discovered Sian enjoys writing stories. So I thought that'd be quite nice if we get her a textbook, and each Monday, we'll probably do that on a Monday, she can write a short story. And so she's got all weekend to think about it, but she's full of short stories anyway. She's full of stories, full stop. So yeah, I thought that would be quite nice for us to do a short story and put it into a textbook or something, so it's like a book full of short stories. I thought then another day for English we could do topic, so she could pick a topic. I said it might be a one-off, one-day topic you want to just look into, or it could be something that you'll do for a few weeks and study a bit more in depth of. So that's quite open. It's anything of her choice. She said to me, can I pick Everest? Because she's mad on Everest at the minute. She wants to be a mountain climber now. But yeah, I said, yeah, you can pick that. Obviously that'll be more than a 1-day thing, so she can do a good topic on that, and you know, she can take that how she wants to. I want her to lead me into how she wants to take it and see how it evolves itself. So we'll have a topic day for one of our English sessions. We're also going to put in another day, we're going to do some English literature. Now she's a bit older, I thought it'd be quite nice to introduce her to some classical books, and you know, like Charles Dickens and things like that, and perhaps read a book and learn about his life, and you know, how he would write a book from what he saw, because they say to write a good story you should always write from what you know or what you see, and that's how a good story takes shape. Well, that's how a lot of these authors did. So we're going to start studying authors and reading one of their books, and do some English literature that way, our way. So she said that sounded good, and she's already thinking of different authors because she likes reading anyway. So I thought that was quite nice. In fact, I was showing you the book haul that we've got for this coming year. See, we might, rather than doing use it for a read aloud, might do English literature. Couldn't say that then, put my teeth in. Might do it studying Laura Ingalls Wilder. So that might be good. The Little House on Prairie, take one of them books and study for the first one. Might do it that way, just to sort of get it all going. So yeah, that's one of them. Then we're going to do an English comprehension day on another day. Now, English comprehension, there's lots of Key Stage 3 sheets. There's some free ones on Twinkle, and I've seen quite a lot that you can pay for, which I am going to join the Twinkle membership once she goes back into school, so to speak. So we're going to do one of them. Now, we was doing it before, but we were doing more like, they were more designed up to like year sixes. They were, a lot of them were like top end of Key Stage 2. But to me, they were great tasters, because she gets an interest in one of them, she would go on and learn it. And we did that with a few of them. So they were great. But now we're going to actually do the Key Stage 3 ones and go into them a bit more in depth. She has got the Collins English book still to finish. That's not far off finished. So what we're going to do is finish that first, and then we're going to start doing the comprehension sheets, start like that. And as you know, she was doing flag drawing before, where she picked a country's flag, drew it, and then wrote all about the history of it. So we thought we'd carry on that for an English lesson, although really it's like art, history, geography and English all in one. But she enjoyed doing that, and she's got lots and lots of countries still. As you can imagine, what is there, 190 something countries. So obviously it's going to take her a few years if she wants to go through all of them. So she's going to carry on doing that as well for one of her English days. So that's 5 different lots of English that we're going to be doing. Now, we're going to start doing different ones as well, bring in the other lessons. So like on a Monday she does science. We're going to continue doing science for the time being. We are going to carry on with the Key Stage 3 workbook. She doesn't really like science, not as in what's in that book. And quite often, I must admit, she does just go straight to the answers, because she hasn't got a clue what the questions and the writing's talking about. But sometimes by looking at the answers, putting it to the questions and finding what it's relating to in the comprehension side, she can work out what it's all about. So I don't mind doing the answers. I say, if you're stuck, look at the answers and see if you can see how it's come to that. I find that works quite well. So I said, do you want to finish the book? She said, yes, we might as well finish the book. So that's how we'll probably do it, and we'll carry on like that. Then we'll change science. I don't know if we'll remove it from how it is, and do it in a different way, studying something different, or whether we'll just use science topical things and just put them into other lessons. That might be more what it'll end up being. But anyway, for the time being, we're finishing the Key Stage 3 science book. We're also going to carry on with geography. We've nearly finished that book, so she'll get to the end of that book and she'll do that. And then what she wants to do is like country studies. So all the different countries, and study them, study things like the amount of people in there, the work they have, the climate there, and you know, all the different things about a country. And we're going to do that once the geography Key Stage 3 book's finished, which it may be by the probably by the October half term it will be. So we're going to do that. We're going to do country searching, researching countries, I should say. So she wants to do that. She's really interested in countries anyway, so I thought that was really good. And, you know, it learns her about everybody everywhere on our planet, which is nice. Now, German. We're humming and hawing about German, as you remember from last term, and I didn't know what to do about it. Well, we've been talking about it, and I've been looking at things, and one of my very nice viewers gave me some ideas from YouTube, which I thank you so much for. And I've had a look at them, and I've picked one of them out that I think might be quite good for her to watch. So I thought that what we'll do, because once I get a Twinkle membership as well, I'll be able to access things on there. So between watching this YouTube channel, which they start from scratch and take it through, I thought that'd be quite nice. We'll sort of recap all of German and go right through it again, and we'll watch each of these videos one by one, and perhaps download a Twinkle worksheet that's compatible to what we've been watching. So I thought that would be quite good, and that's what we've decided we'll do. She's talking about doing Duolingo again. She did stop doing it for a while because you do so much for free and you do have to pay. And her sister was doing it as well. She was doing Welsh, but they stopped doing it because Sian goes on to other things, because Duolingo was one of her self-led things, so she's gone on to other things. But she did say to me about doing it, and that perhaps, you know, if we paid for subscription on it. So we'll see how we go with doing this anyway, and then we'll perhaps, you know, might go back to that. Genealogy, we're going to carry on with that, of course. We're enjoying doing genealogy and everything connected to it. We love researching the family tree and, you know, all the different stories and things that you find out about people. I keep looking thinking I want to find out more mysteries so I can tell you about more mysteries. But it's difficult as you go further back. There's less records, and, you know, a lot of things come at you like word of mouth. So you have to research where you can research. But yeah, it's we do need to do a lot more with that. Well, it's never ending. Genealogy is never ending. So she's slowly filling up the genealogy book, and we're going to carry on discovering who we discover, talking about it and whatnot. Maybe even visit some of the places, because my family and Dean's family, not all from where we are now. Like some families live in areas for generations, but our families aren't like that. They travel around a lot, and especially on my granddad's side, they were certainly for travelling around a lot. But yeah, so we're definitely going to do more of that. Then history, definitely do more of that as well. She's nearly finished the book on that. In fact, she got carried away and jumped over toward the end bit, because we saved this one portion for September, but she carried on with it because she liked the history. So she's only got a couple more pages of that to do in the Key Stage 3 book. And then I thought what we might do, I wanted to learn about medicine in history and crime throughout history and that, but I thought a good way of doing that actually was to go back to the first monarch of Britain, or England. Well, Britain, because there'll be a few then, and she could study them, the time periods they were in, and study like food and crime and medicines through each reign. And that might be a good way of doing it. We can keep track of it better then as well, and be learning about the monarchy. Although she knows all the English monarchs off by heart. Do you know how she learnt that? Through the Horrible Histories songs, and she memorised it and just went off and studied them herself, and that's how she learned. That's quite good actually, Horrible Histories, if you want to learn something historical. It is quite an educational programme and fun. So yeah, so that's what we're thinking about doing with history. A couple of weeks she'll be finished that Key Stage 3 book, and we're going to start going through the monarchs of Britain and, you know, studying their time period, what Britain was like under each rule. And of course it would have been separated with your Welsh princes and your Scottish kings and your English monarchy. So yeah, there's a lot to go at there, especially from the early times. We're still going to do our read aloud every day. That's I think read aloud is important, so I can listen to her read and make sure that she's still reading okay, because she was a very good reader, but I don't want her to sort of lapse in anything because she's homeschooled now. That's one thing I was always worried about, but she's doing all right, and she reads a lot for her self-led work anyway. She loves reading. She's always got a book on the go. There's always a book somewhere. So yeah, she likes doing that. Now, a couple of new things that we're thinking of squeezing into the week, if they weren't enough. We're thinking about doing some nature studies. See, this is where science could come in again. But we're thinking about doing some nature studies, you know, studying about different plants and different animals, birds, trees, you know, all your things. Because when we were at school, we did things like that. And I was only thinking a couple of weeks ago, you know, the younger generation don't know what half these plants are called, and the trees, the names of the trees and the birds, and they just don't know. Nobody teaches them anymore. And I think that's really important, more important than anything, that, you know, she learns what everything is out there, and edible plants and things like that. So this is also where food tech cooking come into it. You shouldn't have to be cooking to learn about food and its properties and what you do with it. And so I thought that'd be good for that, and also like science, because science will come into that sort of thing when you're talking about how plants grow, what they need, and, you know, and the scientific facts of birds, how they fly and things like that. So I don't really need science as a standalone lesson. I think things like that will be incorporated into one thing, and we'll pick what we want to do each time. But we'll see how that progresses. I mean, it won't progress so brilliantly at first, because obviously while the books are still on the go, things will be separated. But once these books finish, I think a lot more of these lessons will digress into other things, and it'll be more of a we'll go as we want to sort of thing, and learn what she wants to learn. It'll be just rough. All the lessons will be like a rough guide then. So another one that she has been doing anyway is art. She's been sticking mainly to sketching and drawing and that type of thing. She likes doing that, but some weeks she's not had the inspiration to do it. So I said, when we get a week like that, we could study an artist. We could actually look at an artist and study his life. And then she starts thinking of telling me something off her head, and so I think she'd enjoy that when she hasn't got the inspiration to draw something, because let's face it, writers, artists, they don't always have inspiration all the time. They have to go out and get the inspiration, or wait for the inspiration. You know, it's not there instantly, it's not on tap. So sometimes Sian's like that. She just, you know, doesn't know what she wants to draw. So I thought there'll be great times where you could say, right, let's go and study an artist and see what he done, look at his works or her works, and, you know, write about their life, do a quick write up on their life. Pardon me, excuse me. Music is another one. Now, I don't know whether we'll keep that or not. It's just something, we tried it before and we got rid of it after a couple of weeks. But I thought we can give it a go. She's took to wanting to play a recorder lately. She's been learning different tunes on a recorder, but she's put it down for a while because everybody keeps saying, turn the noise off, shut that noise up, stop blowing that thing. Dad's saying, I'm going to chuck it in a bonfire. Which I think is a bit cruel. But no, in the lessons though, I don't mind. She can play the recorder all she wants and learn music. And also, she's got a keyboard. She's got a guitar, but she's never been interested in learning the music for that. But the keyboard she's had a go at, and she's took an interest in a recorder lately. So I thought, well, that might be nice. She could practice and learn some new songs if she wants to do that. Or she can, again, like with art, she can study a musician. And when I said that, she came at me with different musicians I'd long forgotten about from when I was at school. So composers and things, you know, so she can study them. She seems to like learning about people and their times and what they did. So I thought that might be quite good. I mean, they may end up combining as a lesson. I don't really know what will become of them. I don't know if she'll keep the music up, but she might do while she's doing the recorder. We'll see. We'll just see. But I thought we'll pop it in. And then last but not least, she wants to do photography. She's very interested in photography. She takes some really good photos on her mobile phone, and she really liked photography. And so I thought that would be quite good, and it can get us out and about as well. We can go out, because she likes taking photos of, like if you go somewhere, buildings and plants, especially plants. She likes to pick out tree things, and, you know, like say it was blossom on a tree in spring, and she looks at it and she just sees something I don't see, and she brings it out with her camera, and her mobile phone's ever so good. It brings out brilliant pictures. So she's took some lovely pictures, and I said, you know, we should do photography and then keep them all in a folder. And so you can look back what you've done. We'll say where it was taken and when it was taken, and, you know, build up like a folder of pictures like that. It'd be quite nice. So I thought we'd do that. We'll definitely do that this coming school year. We'll see how she gets on with that. So there are all the things that she's going to be doing. Obviously we'll still put in other fun things, like when it's special events like Christmas, Easter, you know, Halloween, things like that, because they're just fun to do. They're great to do, and who doesn't like doing them, you know. But it is nice, and like workbook days and things like that, when there's special occasions, it's quite nice to do that. So yeah, that's what we're planning. That's how we're hoping our curriculum will look. We'll adjust things. Obviously, once the book's finished, we'll move directly into things we picked, and we'll see better then how it goes. We may not do music. We may not. I don't know. And science will probably go off and integrate with nature studies, that sort of thing, which is what we're doing probably with, like, let's say food tech, because like growing things in the garden and that, we might do the odd cooking lesson from that, you know. We'll definitely show her how these things are done. We're going to do things like that this year, but the weather's been so hot, most of my gardens died. So I'm going to be doing a garden vlog. I'll do it this week actually. I'll put an extra one in this week, and you can see what's happened to the garden. A lot of stuff has died in there, but it's all part of it, isn't it? So she'll learn all about that, the ups and downs of it all. So yeah, that's it for the curriculum. That's how we've devised our curriculum. Now how it will take shape when it gets going, we'll let you know that when it does get going. Once these books finish, like I say, and we start doing things, I'll let you know how they're progressing, whether we're keeping these lessons, whether we're getting rid of things, whether we're changing things, how they're actually working for Sian. I'll let you know how that's going. So I think that's all that I am going to tell you this week. I just wanted to let you know about the curriculum. Now next week I will probably show you, probably do a haul next week. I've been buying bits in that she needs, and now we've got the curriculum finalised, I'll go through the book, see if there's any more notebooks, things like that she needs. I've still got quite a few from all those coloured ones I bought last year that haven't been used, so I'm not going to need many. It'll be more like pens, pencils and things like that. You going for a walk, Sian? Mm-hmm. It's all right, Sian's passing by. She's taking the dog, she takes him around the block. PE. But no, she goes around the block with him. Sometimes she bikes around and sometimes she walks the dog. So that's what she's doing. So yeah, like I say, that's that. So next week I'll probably show you a haul. It will only be a little haul because obviously there's not much I need. I'm going to check what I do need because I'll have to buy the extras this week, because I notice now the back to school stuff is slowly shifting off the shelves and it's being replaced by toys. Christmas. Yes, I gave in and I did buy some. I can't resist it. Now I've got these two new little grandchildren. It's like, oh, that's so cute, I've got to buy that. And Dean's philosophy is buy it while you see it, because you may never see it again. That works for me. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, so I've just got to see if there's anything else she needs, and then I can go and get it. And then next Tuesday I'll show you what we've bought. And also I'm going to show you where she's going to be doing the schooling. Unless anything changes between now and when she goes back to school, she's going to be schooling in a different area of the house. So when I do the haul next week, I'll do it from the room she's going to be schooling in, and I'll show you that as well. So yeah, that's it then for this week. Hope you all had a nice weekend. We did. We've seen lots of the grandchildren. I've had my baby granddaughter, and I had cuddles with her, and also my newborn baby grandson, and I had him for a few hours yesterday. That's quite nice. I love having them and I love feeding them and everything. But yeah, that has been nice. I've seen a lot of the grandchildren this weekend. I think it's only two of them I haven't seen, and one of them I'll be seeing this week anyway. Well, tomorrow actually, because I'm going to be having him for a day while his mum's at work. So yeah, that's be most of them then, except for the oldest grandson. He's a teenager and he doesn't come out his room. He's lucky if his mum and dad see him, never mind anyone else. Yeah. But that's it then. So like I say, next week I'll come back to you with a little mini haul of what we've had to buy in for her. I don't think it'll be much. And also I'm going to show you the room that, all being well, she'll be schooling in if nothing changes between now and when she starts back. So until then, take care of yourselves. Oh, and before I do go, I'll just say that probably I will put my gardening vlog on. Maybe I'll aim for about tomorrow, Wednesday or Thursday. But it'll be one day this week, Wednesday or Thursday, I'll aim to put it on. So if you're interested in gardening and how the garden's not been going, then yeah, you can watch that. So I'll either see you then or I'll see you next Tuesday. So take care, everybody. Bye.